everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, the season that just doesn't go away. Season 16, episode 22, first date and swapping mates. Now, before I begin, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, think about subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, should be in the lower right-hand corner. Hit that like button as well, should be on the opposite side or next to it. Thank you so much. And leave your comments, and thank you for joining, and hello to everyone in the replay, and I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. So, who watched the episode last night or today? Did you watch the after party, things like that? And is this just not the season of all seasons, like stretch? I mean, episode 22, who's ever heard of an episode 22 until Nashville? What is going on? They're not even that interesting to have 22 seasons of Nashville. Now, if they took a poll, they know about this, right? And hopefully they are hearing it now. So when Denver comes up next, and then the following season for 17, 18, they will know. They'll know, listen, we need the regular episodes, right? Then the yes or no decision day. And honestly, we only need one. And then we can move to the reunion. We don't need who's swapping dates, who's seeing who's doing this, who's doing that, where are they now? You know, they're not that interesting. But anyways, let's see who's in the comments with me this evening. So, hola, frappes and tea. Hola. And then we have Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Hello. And Tamika. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Cynthia. Hello. How are you? And let's see. Tamika, you say you watched it, no after party? I fast forwarded through the after party, honestly. I did. You fast forwarded through with Nicole? I did too, actually. But I did catch what I needed to catch because it's redundant with Nicole and Chris. It's just very, very redundant. And then Sharon, you say you have watched it, not interested, really, it's over. Yes. Hey, Paula's Pigs, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Happy Thursday. So yes. So, I mean, there's not even really an overview with the show. It's just what they've been leading up to since this show has been on for the last, 6 months, right? We got Mckinley finally going on his date with Gina, but they know what we want to see. They know we want to see how that kiss with Dom and Clint came about. They've been teasing us with this for a good 6 weeks or longer, right? We're like, when is this coming? How? And we still have to wait till maybe next week. Oh, they need to get it together. What is this, Nashville? Yeah, don't go back to Nashville no more. We're over it. Nashville is not giving, is not doing anything for us. And it's a firm no, at least for me. Dolores, you say hello. You watch some of it. What'd you say, Paula? You watched it on your DVR, so I fast forwarded a lot. Yeah, gotcha. Tamika says, Gina's face dropped when he told her he was moving. I mean, does Gina really care? But I will say, though, Tamika, I thought of you specifically when they showed Sola Salon. I mean, you know, since you rode by there on your vacay and you said it first, it was a Sola Salon and there were cameras and fences or whatever everywhere. So that was the deal. It's like, okay, Tamika, come through with a Sola. That's exactly what I said. Sit on my couch watching the episode. So anyways, I'm going to drop the link early because honestly, it's not a lot to review, just a bunch of what they did. And I did notice that Eris and Clint were in a lot of clips. They were in a lot of clips individually and together. I was like, those are the two least interesting people to have in clips, but I guess. So I'm going to drop the link already so we can just go ahead and talk about it now and go about our evening. And I know some of you are ready for the basketball to come on. game one, so I know. That's why I said it like a few minutes early, so we can end it earlier, so you or whoever can watch the game on time. Get your snacks. What Wendy Williams said, get your snacks and come on back for the basketball game. So, and then Paula, you also say McKinley doesn't know what he wants. Dom was right about that. Are we really giving Dom credit though? Are we really giving like a 23, 4, 5-year-old credit for this show and what maybe she thought was, oh, he's not established, when really he was. He just so happened to be going from his home in Michigan to Nashville for the show, things like that. And eventually, with job opportunities, what's wrong with going back home if that's where the job was? So I don't give Dom props on that. Sorry. I don't give her any props, but she wasn't into the process. That's just me. But thank you, Paula, for your comments. Are you ready backstage? Okay. Let's welcome to the screen Tamika. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
What do you think about Paula's comment? And Paula is a faithful viewer of our channel, just like everyone else. But she said McKinley doesn't know what he wants. Dom was right about that. Do you agree with that?
I do not. Sometimes you got to go where the money resides.
Okay.
And if he got an offer he couldn't refuse back in Michigan, then and plus he wasn't established that much in Nashville, why not go back? Mm-hmm. I think that if it would have worked out with Dom, then he would have stayed and he would have made it work there. But since it didn't, he didn't have nothing there. So why not go back home?
Paula and Dolores.
Hey. Hello.
Paula, you also say, I am McKinley wants that MAFS check. Oh, yeah. He was probably like, as soon as the show's over, call me back. I got a side eye for Gina. Yes, but still, I agree with you, Tamika. He's got to go where the money resides. You just can't just stay because, whatever reason Don pulled out the air. Because I'm like, no, because your mother signed you up for the show.
Mm-hmm.
You down here anyways. And what do you really have going on?
Nothing but that dog.
Okay, that was gonna go off with Clint.
Right. Right. Because he was licking all over Clint.
I was like, Clint is the dog whisperer for real.
Yeah, the dog guru.
Dog whisperer.
Yeah. But I'm gonna hit up McKinley, Mac. I'm only an hour and 15 minutes from Flint.
You know what? I believe you. You've been saying this.
No. I'm gonna say, hey, let's go to the range, because you know what I do. So I'm gonna tell them, let's go to the range out there.
You know what? This is episode 22. You've been saying this for a good episode 16, 17. And you know what? I'm gonna say this too. Not only I see you backstage. Not only did I'm gonna give you a props for the Sola Salon because you shouted that out. What's today? Monday. I was just like, it was a holiday, so I was out, whatever. Why did I pull up next to her Silver Escape? I was like, beep, beep, that about you, girl. Anyways, you ready backstage, sir? Okay. I did. I was like, beep, beep. I was probably like, what is going on?
Listen, I'm gonna come over on your side of town. I'm gonna come see you too. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm here.
Welcome. Most of know where we live, so there's something to do here all the time. So if you're in town, all you gotta do is message us.
Hey,
we meet you.
Like, come on, sis, come on, Niecy Poo, let's go out. Okay,
that's nothing but a word. Nothing but. Hey again, Devontae. How you doing?
Hey,
how you doing? How y'all doing?
Good.
You know what, Devontae? You look like boy man, friend boy.
Friend boy.
Yes, was that you?
From the side, turn your head to the side.
He was. I must have got skinny real fast.
Nobody care about that.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was just funny.
Listen, nobody cares. Look, real people don't care about size. I'm just saying.
No.
I really don't.
I was just saying because he was skinny.
Yeah, but you don't know who it was from the side. That could be. I mean, if they shaded his face, if they shaded his body, boy, give yourself some props. Was that you or not?
That ain't me. Me. I'm where I need to be.
That's right.
Yeah, no disrespect to the missus.
No disrespect to
ain't no disrespect. She good.
Paula Spick says Tamika needs to fill all the casts. Needs to find all the casts.
Right, listen.
No, we don't need to know what Chris and Nicole's up to. No, thank you.
No. No.
Says go hit up Mac. Yeah.
I'm gonna send him an inbox. I'm about to find him. I'm gonna send him one tonight.
And you know what? If Brenda comes back to the live or whatever, or anybody knows, I really tried to hit up Jasmine. I gotta see if she responded. I sent her a direct message because I really want to interview Jasmine. We'll see if she responds back. I'm sure she got lots of DMs, but anyways. Right. So what do we think about the episode? We start off with Chris and Nicole looking for stuff to go to a wedding in New York, and he's going to try real New York pizza, and now they could be at another wedding and relax and this and that. Chris, he doesn't give me like he's real comfortable with the things Nicole's going to say, because he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't know what she's going to say next. So he's like holding his breath, like, nah, we're not going to. Yeah. You know, he goes through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too. I just put them all in one thing. I didn't even like break them down at all. I said that, and then I said they went to the exercise / weightlifting class, and you know that's what Nicole does. That's where she gets her physique from. Okay, Nicole, we knew that about you, girl. We could tell up in here.
All right, I knew she was gonna whoop him. I was like, it ain't even. He did like 2 reps. I was like, why? I said, why they do that to Chris?
You need some oxygen.
Right. I know. When he turned right, he's like, I was like, oh, yeah.
But Nicole is competitive, and that's what Nicole does. So, of course, she's going to do something that she likes to do. And did you hear the instructor say, oh, well, guess who won? I'm like, don't start that who won stuff.
Right.
Don't do that to her.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Seeley.
So, and then they went to the furniture, do the furniture shopping, and she wanted that one item for $1,900. I mean, listen, if you got it like that and you could do it, cool. But y'all just barely figured out where you trying to live. So
that
better go to Value World.
That long couch they was sitting on $8,000. $8,000. I said that's all you get. I said for $8,000 you could have got a living room set, washer, dry,
bedroom set.
Stuff. I said, I don't know what she's looking at.
You remember that scene from the Cosby Show when he bought that shirt, and they was like, oh, it must be a pair of pants in here, like with that couch. Right. Oh, it must be a lamp or a pillow or something.
So now we know that Nicole likes nicer, which is nothing wrong with liking nicer luxury things, but that's clearly not what Chris wants, and he feels that they could put their money into something different, which I agree. Yeah. And just saying, if you have pets, you have to consider where you're going to put your nicer furniture at too. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Not to get on the furniture and things like that. So with Nicole's pets, it gives me they're able to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like in the bed, wherever they want. So, you know, to tear up a $8,000 piece of furniture is not going to get it. But
no.
Dolores says Chris and Nicole are boring. He really does not look happy.
He don't.
And then Paula says Nicole was so desperate to have a husband. Bless her heart. Yeah. Sharon, one more thing. It says, I'm not letting those dogs on my nice things. But some people don't care, though. You know, like you see some people like the rich and famous. But I guess they got it like that and they don't care. But it doesn't seem like Chris has it like that, or Nicole don't either. But I don't know. Go ahead.
Maybe rich and famous.
Nuh-uh, because as soon as season 17 come out, we're gonna be like, who? Y'all remember that one couple? That's who that we
right.
They hood rich. That's what it is. They hood rich.
Yeah, we won't know who they are by Denver. But anyways, so then let's jump to Gina. She's at our booth at Sola Salon talking to her mom and coworkers about being booked and busy. I was like, okay, Gina, booked and busy. She's teaching the class and she got her wedding thing going on. And then am I buffering?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, my phone was ringing.
Oh, okay. Gina says to her coworker, because I guess the one that stayed with her, and that salon space really is small, so maybe she did just rent like a little section. I was like, well, where's your chairs at, Gina?
When she said construction and all that, I was thinking of building. Hey, that you constructed a cubicle?
That's about it. And one chair, like a one waiting chair.
Maybe Nashville real estate is. Maybe she just didn't want to be in the ghetto part. She had to branch out, so that's all she could afford. If that's the case, okay. But you made it seem like you was building. Like when we heard salon, we thought at least 5 booths.
Yeah, right. Looking for my phone. What I did with my phone. Speaking of phone, it'll ring. Anyway. I just thought that I was expecting something bigger just by the way the salon was described. And besides, we have one on not too far away from here too, but I guess inside it truly is broken down into little separate private booths, like private beauticians or whatever do what they do. So I get that. So Gina says she's looking forward to self-care, taking care of herself and just getting back to her. First of all, Gina, who stopped you from being you other than
Nobody.
you? She just act like she was so stressed behind Clint, don't she? Just like, ooh, get away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like old school Calgon, take me away. I'm like, she really is playing up for this camera, right? Because what does she get? What do we know about Gina other than this salon and her dog Hank? What do we know about her?
That she don't really like
redheads.
She don't like genders.
Don't like redheads. She adventurous but not adventurous. She like not funny guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think but when she went out with Mac, it's kind of seemed like she kind of wants to be like the center of attention.
Mm-hmm. That's what Clint said. Yeah. And Clint took that away from her because he was the center of attention and she was on the back burner and she didn't like that.
Yeah, but you don't have no personality, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're boring.
I found my phone. It was right next.
Boring though. Like she just the conversations be the jokes. It just be
But you know what? Matt comes across corny to me too because Dom said that from the honeymoon. She's like, oh, I don't like his sense of humor. So really, her and Gina had the same thing about their partners. They didn't care for their sense of humor. But Matt comes off. I mean, at least Clint comes off to me like he's a little bit more funny, like a ham.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's a fact, Paula. All her friends, she ain't got no friends. That's
right.
And he realized all her friends are employees. Self-care.
That's a problem. Because mixing business and pleasure, sometimes those lines get blurred. Excuse me. That's part of the issue.
That's why I'm crying when old girl quit.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Paula's Pix also says Gina's mom is why Gina's delusional about how awesome she is.
You is kind. You is beautiful. Right.
I guess. But back to Mac and Dom. Like I said, Dom didn't like Mac's humor or personality. Right? She was like, oh, he's joking and all this other stuff. So, but then again, if Gina is attracted to Mac, then when you're attracted to somebody, you just kind of like let that slide. So that's the difference. They weren't attracted to their partner. But anyways, so now we move to Clint and Dom meeting at the park. And I wrote here, Clint is the dog whisperer for sure. Dom says that Clint is looking for a new dog, so she brought hers. I'm like, why would you bring yours? If he's like, why didn't y'all go to like a pet adoption place and look at dogs? Exactly. Why would you bring your dog? Am I reading too much?
Rescue a dog.
Man, they always. Once we asked. Oh, I almost said a bad word. Okay. Forget that dog. Okay. When we break up, out of here.
You gave me a little Scooby talk. Scooby out of here.
Yep, we're out of here. Do not know. Don't run up to me. I don't like your owner like that. Back up.
Oh, I found it weird that Clint and Dom started talking about the relationship that McKinley and Gina possibly had. Like, where did he get this that he thought, it was okay to tell? Right. Like, how did they become so close? The season that we saw literally just ended. So it's like, oh, that they're trying to date her or whatever. Mm-hmm. I thought that was weird. Do you think that was really natural speak or production?
Probably a little bit of both.
Okay. Well, Dom said it would be weird, like dating your coworker. Well, we do see that we've been teased with for the last 6 weeks that she's going to do more than a peck on the lips, right?
Yeah, because she enjoyed that.
Yeah, she did.
That's probably the most action she ever got.
On the show, anyways. So then it made it seem like Gil reached out to Dom, when in reality, Dom reached out to what's his name again? Just lost
Gil.
Gil. See, that's old.
I don't even see that. I see her as like a little sister to him.
Yeah.
He's like in his 40s. Not that that's a problem that a 40-year-old can't date a 26-year-old, but I don't think she's mature enough to be on his level.
That's what it is, the maturity level. And since when do these couples on the show that's still taping? Now, we've heard of them after the show, a couple years later, be like, oh, like Mindy and Zach, stuff like that. But what, how, like you reach across like, I think I'm going to reach out to Gil.
That's 3 states over or 2 states over.
I'm just saying.
Making no sense, though. You was mad at Mac because he wasn't stable and wanted to move, but then you talk to somebody in a different state, make it make sense. Gil, you think Gil, or you said you don't want to leave. So what if Gil don't want to leave? Then you just is back at square one. So why not just find somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know where I saw it at.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's gonna be upcoming. I mean, was a clip, a preview or something? I don't know. But Gil did say in his clip preview that he wasn't interested in moving from where he was.
No. Yeah, he's established. He probably been at that fire department. He could have like a position there. So no. Why would you move?
Right, he ain't gonna never get started.
I could see Gil with a Kirsten.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
I could see, but I don't know how true it is. I heard that Kirsten was with Shaq in Houston, wherever he at, Texas.
In Texas.
But I don't know how true it is.
Shaq figured out that he was slow. Don't take a rocket science. Sometimes dramatic stuff got to happen for you. Granny had to go for your eyes to open. Be like, baby, probably came in a dream like, baby, you're dumb.
Knock it out. You know what? So I guess we're doing a merry-go-round and who's going to the corner. So Devontae, it's your turn. Mute your mic. Talk about Granny. You're done. Mute your mic. Dolores says, I agree with you, Tamika, regarding Gil and Dom. And Charity say they're trying to keep anything this season going. I don't know why. Right. That's really you can unmute it now. That's really a rumor that they're in Texas, because we're going to see them talk next week or whenever the clips are going to come up, and they're going to, decide if it's really over.
Well, I do know that Shaq is in Texas because he has some kind of VP position at, I forget what school. I saw the press release picture.
Yeah, it's like in Austin, Texas. Like he's some type of coordinator. I don't know what he.
Yeah, he got whatever it is. It's a little 6-figure job that he got. Little career. That ain't no job. That's a career.
Oh yeah, that degree says career. All them degrees says career, right? That's no.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I don't think I would pack up if I was Kirsten. He just divorced you 2 seconds ago. I ain't putting all my eggs in this basket.
No, I don't know how true it is, but that's what I did hear.
Like it's a lie. I feel like she might have went and visited him one time, or she happy to be down there. You know how to be hyping stuff.
Yeah, but if they did, if they, I guess, tried to work it out friend-wise, I guess, hopefully by reunion we'll find out. I'll put the when reunion is coming up again, but the issues that they had on the show is still the same issues that they have. It's just what it is. It's not going to go away just because you moved to a different state. But Paula's pick says Gil and Gina are both under 40, according to MAFS. Okay.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness, I was about to say something. It'll come back.
Okay. Paula also says, I wonder if that's the opportunity Shaq had at the beginning of the season. I don't know.
It could have been.
Could have been, but he was. I'm sure he probably got his degree by now, or will by the winter time. To be a PhD candidate, your executive jobs, when they come up, there's not a lot of competition, but when they come up, you got to go for it, like any higher job, So to have someone you barely knew say to you, I don't know if I want to go. I don't know.
Right.
I'm going to take my position over, this may not work out after 8 weeks, and we see what it went to.
Right, I would have took the job. Love would come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up
Right.
I'm gonna put it up to see when the reunion is again. So here we go. So June 21st and June 28th, part 1 and part 2. And so we get last call from Music City. So I guess that's when the kiss is gonna go down and all the cast is it, and then the 14th previous season. So the 14th, I'm going to skip because I don't care about the cast from other seasons. But we'll be back next week and then jump back again 2 weeks for the reunion. But we'll see where they're at. We'll see. Okay, so let's move to, I have later in the show, we have Jasmine and Kirsten meeting with a leasing agent. Jasmine's ready to move in and get a fresh start. So how come Kirsten didn't show Jasmine places to get some commission, hook her up? What was that about?
That's an apartment. And I think it was the apartment complex person. Kirsten shows houses.
Oh, okay. That's the difference.
Yeah, they probably she probably got a deal.
And that's why she was saying, you should be buying a house and buying it from me. And that's when she was like, oh, I want to buy a house with my husband. And Kirsten was like, well, I'm going to buy one next year, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah.
Nicole and Chris should have been getting a house. Y'all got 3 dogs in that little apartment.
True, I agree.
I'd have had an apartment like that with 1 dog, and it ain't that. It's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Like that house gonna smell like bounce. That you know what?
Gonna smell like bologna and dog hair.
Listen. So now I got 2 mutual.
Right. Don't even eat from their house.
Avante. Your mic. Now, Jasmine said that she got a new boo, and she showed Kirsten a picture of the new boo. And do you think Kirsten was hating? You can unmute your mic. Do you think Kirsten was hating on that low key because she was like, feeling the type of way from Shaq? You think Kirsten was hating on Jasmine's mystery boo?
Because Jasmine don't have no residual feelings toward Eris. She was like, I'm out this piece. I'm back out here in these streets. Let me drop it like it's hot. Kirsten like, dang, Gina, I still got feelings for old boy. And even though I don't want to talk to him, but, I'm going to call him. But yeah, that's why she kind of, low key like, oh, I still like Shaq. Even though he hurt my feelings and embarrassed me, I still love him. So I can't get out here just yet.
I thought it was interesting how Jasmine was saying, like, she knew him from before, and she wanted to wait till she was officially asked out on a date. And then Kirsten said, girl, you should be bold and ask him yourself. I'm thinking, now I know there's people who's team Kirsten. I'm just saying in general. I didn't see Kirsten doing this in her relationship with Shaquille. So I'm like, how could she give that type of response if she didn't do it herself?
Exactly.
I'm just a firm believer in, if you really like somebody, those are things that you will do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Versus if you kind of don't like somebody, then I guess you'll wait, and if they do, you might think about it. So I didn't personally see Kirsten liking Shaquille the same way he liked her, or was on the same path at the time the show was taped. I mean, it could be different now.
I don't know if a friend boy. I don't know if I would have been cool with that. Don't call if you was interested in me before. They cut me off and then get a divorce and then call me back. I ain't trying to be your rebound.
That's all he gonna with somebody too. So he's just breaking up in a relationship too. So he may not have been available. And now he is. So and she's like, oh, let me jump on it.
Broken up people just go get together and live happily ever. That sounds like a Lifetime movie.
Broken crayons still color, honey.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't feel like Kirsten was hating though. I mean, I didn't feel it. I mean, unless I just blinked too long and I just didn't see it. Because I thought she was just like, I thought she was throwing shade because she was like, oh, look at his hair. I was like, here she go about the hair.
I think she was low key. Maybe not hating, but maybe just a little envious. Kind of like, wow, like she's already out there dating already, and she's still holding a little something from Shaquille. Because the reason why I say that is because when they got together, so I'm jumping ahead just a little bit, with the group, as she reiterated the fact, like, why was he crying? Why was he crying? I'm the one that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, So because Gina moved on, Dom moved on, Jasmine moved on, you know what I'm saying? Moved on,
You're the only one.
Yeah, so I think
Gina ain't really move on to nothing. She didn't accomplish nothing with Clint. They was just friends. It was she just back in her normal life talking about she working on yourself. What you been doing? You've been doing the same thing in the same circle. You gonna go back to doing hair. They complain about how you want somebody to take you out this shop. It sounds like you don't really want to do this hair no more. You want somebody to pay your way so you can get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Paula says, I can't tell if Kirsten likes Shaq or she just like having a husband. And then she also says, I wonder if that's the opportunity Shaq had at the beginning of the season.
Should have took it. You should have never got married at first sight. I wouldn't have.
Sharon says, I think Kirsten really wanted to try to make it work.
Oh, but yeah, she did. I think so.
After, what's she like? She's 30 something now, right? Kirsten?
Mm-hmm.
I've always had this theory. This is a side note. I told my kids this too. By the time you're 30, you ought to know what it is that you want out of life. There's very few mistakes that you should be making. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're 20 in your teens, those mistakes, making them in your 30s and 40s and beyond, that's not cool because you're grown, you're mature. You're supposed to be. Supposed to be, right? So when one door closes, literally, there's no going back. You already know why this didn't work out for you. You're 30-ish, you ought to know. And going back doesn't mean it's gonna blossom. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't work out what was going on before. And then just sometimes what's meant for you is meant for you, and that may not have been meant for you. This show was based off of someone else's opinion. So their actual pick for you doesn't mean that was right. Doesn't mean it's your soul tie. That's But anyways,
I think they just need to get some new experts. I don't think these experts know how to pick. They picking like back in the day with the opposites attract. That don't work. Like you need to, if somebody really tell you they don't want no bald head person, don't go out on a limb and get them a bald head person, but they got money and think they gonna just see past the bald head. I told you, I really don't like redheads. Don't give me a redhead. And then expect me to just be head over heels because they got a personality. Personality just don't always win. So
that's happened a few times. That's happened a few times on this show. More times than we can count that they've given like the opposite, and it was just a disaster. Their track record shows disaster, right?
Right. So, I feel like after if y'all record is as bad as it is, they need to be replaced. They have a horrible winning percentage. A bad winning percentage.
They do. It's
Woody and Amani is y'all best successful story to this day. Because the one girl, they've been together longer, but she still call them ugly every second she get. And I think they about to get a divorce.
Oh, Jamie and Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their things off and on. They did. And then Woody and Amani are the ones that seem like they didn't have any real issues. Now, whether they had issues off the show, because growing pains, yes, but on the show, from what we see, they didn't have the things that a lot of these couples
and the sleeper, Greg and Deanna, or whatever her name.
Yes, they were sleeper, because I personally, okay, for your relationship now, I did not care for her at all.
I told y'all, I told you she seen that house and changed that tone.
Right, 5 bedrooms, like just you living here? Okay. Yeah.
And you can afford it in the bill and it's furnished. Oh yeah. It ain't no Airbnb. What?
Yep. Okay, exactly. Paula Spick says Dr. Pepper was so surprised when Kirsten and Shaq didn't work out. So was Pastor Cal.
I thought he was about to get up because he took them glasses off and sat up in his chair. I thought he was about to get up and hit Shaq.
No, Dr. Pepper should have been surprised at her own self. Dr. Pepper, you shouldn't be surprised at nothing. You said Drive Miss Daisy was a love story. Sit down.
Ooh, you should have messaged me earlier. I could have had a little clip. I would have played it. Right. That's why she was surprised, because
in the clouds. Just in the clouds. Like, go watch that with your man at his house.
She probably has watched it, but doesn't get the meaning of it. Speaking of another off topic, The Color Purple will be out again in December, reimagined.
On Christmas Day. I can't wait.
Reimagine. So when Denver comes up, we do not need a color purple reference. Dr. Pepper. Just saying. Moving on.
You better not.
She gonna be fired. She said, fired, canceled.
Right.
She brought up Driving Miss Daisy. That's not too far behind. Same era of time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. So, anyways, let's move to Eris and Mckinley meeting up first. So, because it was like Eris and Clint, Eris and Mckinley, Eris. I was like, what? Are we getting Eris and Clint?
Eris was getting overtime.
Right.
And he was in the after party too. I was like,
he trying to get out that roommate situation. He must.
And he looked horrible at the after party. I'm like, who dressed him?
Why did my wife
Brown
say that? She was like, what do he got on? I was like, I think it's swag. She was like,
no, it ain't. That's what Mr. Brown would wear.
the shirt that he had on talking to Mckinley is the same shirt he had on at the after party. I was like, is that the same shirt? Same exact shirt.
Maybe they filmed it all in one day.
It's possible. Different pants though. I'm not saying you can't. Everyone rewears their clothes, of course. But I'm just saying I just noticed it was the same denim shirt. But so Eris and Mckinley, I thought the conversation was pointless, but I guess they're still trying to rein home the point of Mckinley wanting to date Gina. Because what is Mckinley bringing to the show? He left week 3, right? So yeah, he wants to date Gina. Yes, he got a different job. Okay, so what else? Anybody else?
They might work just because I think they both like that long distance is cool for them. I don't know what it is. I feel like they the couple that like it's like hooking up, but y'all together. Like I don't see you every day at like work. Because they probably both just like workaholics, and especially her. She's a workaholic. That's all she talk about. That's why I don't understand why he like her. Because what do you like?
Maybe she did that maybe she pulled the the Shaq thing. Maybe she was at work all the time because she didn't want to be home with Clint. Because Clint had the dog. So what she need to be at home for?
So what about the man before Clint? And the man before that?
He weren't on the show, so we don't know. But we know that she was checked out with Clint, so maybe that was her opportunity to get her room and her business set up. So maybe that was her out. So Paula's pick says Gina McKinley want to get a couples cam seat. Mute your mic, Paula. No, we're not trying. No, we don't want to see them no couples cam. But let's just go ahead and jump to their date since we're on them. So I mean, there was lots of smiles. There was lots of, I noticed you two at the airport with the, when we first met everything. When Mckinley said that he had moved back to Michigan, and Gina's like, oh no, that's no problem. So that long distance thing that goes back to your point, Devontae. Maybe she likes that. Maybe so she don't have to be in the same building.
Right. Haven't she been? Wasn't she in a long distance before this?
I'm not sure.
I think she said she was in a long distance relationship before.
I don't know, but at least it's not the same building, because being in the same building is your ex-spouse that's rough. You know what I'm saying?
I win as Gina. Yeah, right. That'd have been easy for me. What's up, Gina? Or if I don't say nothing at all.
No, because Clint loves Hank. He loves little Hanky Poo, so it's a problem. He may come.
Clint, you in the same building as her. If you don't, what type of dog is it? Google it, go get you one. Go and drive, catch a plane, go get you one. Ask Chris to go. He'll do a road trip.
Get one from.
No, you can get one from Jasmine.
No, somebody said they inboxed her and she said she retired. Duchess, she ain't doing that no more. Duchess retired.
Oh, Duchess ain't Dutching no more.
Nope. She said Duchess is done. So Clint gonna have to find his own dog.
Wait a minute, this show she got rid of them 14 dogs she had?
Ooh, Duchess ain't Dutching.
Duchess ain't Dutching, no. Because then she had 9 puppies. Because I think,
Yeah, but them dogs ain't gonna be hard to get rid of. Them little cute little dogs. Them dogs probably gone. Now, if there's a little pit bull, she would have been holding on to them.
True. Paula says Jasmina from previous season was a fan long distance. That's probably who it was.
Who is that?
Jasmina. Remember Jasmine and her Michael?
Jasmine.
Jasmine
See, we don't even remember them.
No, I do. She was on the same season with Gil. She was the black girl, prim and proper.
Oh, the one who couldn't drive. Okay,
yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but
the hammerhead shark. Yeah, okay.
I think that maybe Mckinley and Gina could work temporarily. I think so. Because they have like a lust for each other. Like, oh, I liked you when I saw you. I liked you too. I was in your DM. So I think it could possibly work. I don't know. I think it might be a little awkward though, just based off of how they
imagine them in the bedroom though. It just feel like it's just a bunch of awkwardness. It just look awkward. It just don't.
Left, right. Never mind.
Anyway, you already know. All right, quick scenes. So we had Kirsten meeting up with a life coach to put her back in focus, going forward in her career and accomplishing goals. She mentioned the divorce and her desire to be married with kids. I'm like, a life coach versus a therapist? I wonder why she chose that.
And did you see that she was kind of saying all the faults she had in her marriage? So why couldn't you figure that out in your marriage?
Well, hindsight
it's like the communication and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Hindsight's always 20/20. I don't know. I was just like, why would you go here instead of a therapist? Kind of like, I guess maybe to her it's the same thing. So I was like, that's very interesting for her. And then we saw Clint go on a blind date. He said he's ready to put that wedding ring back on his finger, and Clint just can't catch a break because when he sits down and talks to old girl, she said that she don't like somebody with red hair because people ask her, "Are you siblings?" I was like, I would have never thought that.
First of all, the date was destroyed from the first time he walked up. First of all, if you're trying to date a woman, you don't never on y'all first date, you don't shake her hand. That was strike one. I already knew it was going down. I was like, why did he shake her hand? Like, I was like, this must be a actress or some girl that production found. Because there's no way he met her on Tinder or whatever app.
No, it was a blind date.
Yeah, it was a blind date.
Yeah, I would have still gave her a hug if I'm trying to get a girl. I'm not going, hey, how you doing? Like, was you? No.
But let me jump just a little bit further. So when the guys met, and of course, Eris had to put his sexual innuendos in. He asked who had sex, but Clint said he had sex. So I'm thinking, so was it the girl, the blind date girl, or was it somebody else?
A little hot and ready.
Hot and ready.
Both of them.
I was like, he got out there fast, but
right.
I mean, he like in his 40s, you know.
But didn't he go there 2 weeks before all that went down? Like before the wedding went down?
He did say he had relations 2 weeks before the wedding went down.
Probably
and Eris did too. Eris
probably the same girl.
Yeah, it's probably the same girl. She was probably even waiting.
Could be because sorry, I just saw Cassandra sent me a text. I'm about to say Cassandra, but Eris said the same thing. He said he sent a text out to somebody that he knew before it went down, and he's also had sex too. And I'm like, Eris,
that's so funny. When people saying, hey, big head text, listen, I send that text all the time. And I am not trying to say, hey, big head, so you can come over. I'm just saying, hey, I call my brother that. I'm like, oh, that's what that means? Oh, let me stop.
Well, maybe you need to change it.
That's the younger slang. That's the younger slang. Yeah. Hey, big head. Hey, big head mean wink, wink you up.
Tamika.
Okay.
So, well, now you know. Now you got to switch it up.
Yeah.
So what do we think about Clint bringing Eris? Like I said, it was like a Clint and Eris show to me last night with his friends, all sitting up there like they're on a panel asking him, so what did you learn from the marriage? What did you get from the marriage? I'm like, is this like a hangout or is this like a interview / post work leave? You know what I'm saying? What do they call that? Exit interview.
Nicole was in their ear like, this is what I want you to ask.
I would be surprised if she was on production. Don't be shocked. Next season, like, you guys are making me upset.
She want to be an expert.
I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that the friend sitting there. I felt comfortable. You know, I don't know you. Clint knows you, and sitting there asking me like, what could I've done different and everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
Just ask me this. I'm not married because I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna drink beer or what we gonna do? You know.
Right.
So that's what I got from that. And then back to Jasmine out with her new boo. I thought it was kind of cute when they walked in like holding hands and only had like half of their
showing.
And I'm like, okay, trying to be on the low.
Yeah, she had that freakum dress on. I see. I said, oh yeah.
Yeah. She always dressed nice though.
No, yeah, but like that though, that was I'm back outside.
Didn't take her long though. Didn't take her long. She got a cute little shape if that's what you're looking for, you know. It was interesting that on the after party that they showed the clip and Eris like, no, that's cool. You know, I'm happy that she's opening up and is out there with somebody that's going to make her happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he low key like that.
No, I don't think so, because he also said, I'm happy that she found someone that's attracted to her, which goes underlying is read like, you know, that's cool for him. Like, you know, I didn't want that.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
But we seen the girl that he was on the date with. She wasn't that. She was in the same range as Jazz, but I didn't really understand. That's why I don't understand what he's talking about.
Well, that's for the clip for next week.
You must really just like thick women. She just too skinny. That might be really what it was. Or maybe it was the teeth.
Well, her teeth is done now. So Eris can't talk. He need to cut, you know, trim all this down and put on a little weight.
But it's always them people like that be having the imperfections that's really like nitpicky like that. I know people that's like you can look at them and then you would ask them what type of person they want. You'd be like, what? You? All right.
But maybe it might be her shape. She might be what he's looking for size wise. But maybe they connected on. Again, it's gonna be for next week. Maybe there's somewhere look like maybe yogurt or ice cream or coffee. It's like, oh, I'm lactose. Oh, I'm lactose too. So,
what's your favorite position?
Girl,
that's his next question. I bet you he don't come at her like that. I guarantee he ain't gonna come at her like that. And then they say, you lactose, I'm lactose. Now y'all know most black people lactose intolerant. That ain't nothing in common.
I'm not
that is not about to be y'all love connection that y'all both get gas from ice cream. Stop it, man.
Stop it.
Yeah, let's see what else. So back to the group setting. Oh, hold on, let me read a comment. Paula Spick says, where's Eris's cousin? I'm sure she had much to say. Paula, I think hopefully if we do see her,
we're gonna see her at the reunion.
On the reunion. Yeah. So let me put that back up real quick so we can see when it is. Reunion part 1 is June 21st, and then part 2 is June 28th. So we still literally have a whole month of this nonsense till we get to the it's ridiculous. So that's like episode like what? 27? Anyway.
Yeah, because even my wife, she was sitting here like, I don't remember this show doing all this. I said, yeah, they ain't never.
No.
I said, usually it's like after they say I do, like it's usually, I thought it was like the reunion.
Yes, it's decision day. So once everybody says yes or no, the following week is reunion 1 and 2. It's not like where are they now? This all this extra stuff is like after the season's over. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's been trash lately. They got to make up some episodes to get their ratings up because there was a lot of episodes that was just like, why is we watching this? Like, we don't care about them going into stupid stuff.
Yeah. So did we have anything interesting about when the ladies were talking about, you know, dating and things like that? And what about the men when they're talking about, again, the sex situation and just Mac and Dom and all that? I mean, is there anything else even?
No, I was happy when who spilled the beans that Mac was moving to Michigan? Was it Gina on the phone?
Yes, but I don't think Gina. Yes, I don't think Gina knew. Did she know that Dom was there, or she just thought that Nicole?
She knew. Wasn't they on FaceTime?
I don't know.
No, I think it was just on speakerphone.
Well, if she did know, well, she spilled the beans, and if you seen Nicole's face, she was salty. I was like, yeah, because you was talking all that like Dom was dumb, and look at you now. Now be disappointed where you're supposed to be. She told y'all right. She knew it. Her intuition was right. This dude don't know what he want to do, and that's why I rewind that part like 3 times because she was like, oh, who would have thought McKinley would have been leaving?
I know, but like I said earlier, though, but that's just something, when you meet someone. I mean, he gave the information on the honeymoon that he possibly could move back home. Like his roots may not be in Tennessee like hers is. So when you get married and then you have a job opportunity, what if Dom had the job opportunity?
Exactly.
Miss, my roots are here. If you have a job where you have to go for the money, you know what I'm saying?
Reside.
You're going to go if you can. So for Dom to be like, oh gosh, she did, if she gave it a chance, then maybe you can kind of see where she was thinking about, like, oh, he told me we would get a house, this and that. But since that didn't happen, nah. Dom, to me, maybe because, I look at her like as if like I said, her mom put her on the show. I can't take her serious.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to be on the show. So how can she say like, oh, whatever? Because she gave like little young stuff the whole time she was on the show, as far as I'm concerned. I look at it a different way because Cassandra's not that much older than her, like a year. But still, I was looking at her like, no.
Right.
No.
And her mom answered those questions of what she thought the answers was, not necessarily what the answers was.
Yeah.
So that's why she was probably matched wrong.
Yeah. So not to say your comment was wrong, Devontae, but that's why I personally can't co-sign Dom, even though, you know what I'm saying? Like she was only there did they even move in together? No. So they did married first
5 minutes.
Honeymoon.
But I don't think you should be on this show if you plan on leaving the state like right away. He feel like that.
He didn't say that. He just said he didn't know if his roots were in Tennessee because she said she was never moving. That's what she said. She was never moving. How does she know that at 25? She don't know where her life and her career would go. How does she know?
And now you want to go meet Gil? That's all the way in Houston?
Okay. Right. Because he fine. Please. That's a hookup. Anyways, Dolores said, this is the first time they followed the couples after decision day before the reunion. Yeah. Hopefully the first and the last, because this is ridiculous. Like I said, they weren't even that interesting.
Right.
Paula says, I thought McKinley owned his own business. I'm confused by his plan.
He was in the cannabis business.
Right. He said
you can own that anywhere.
He said he sold it though. So maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He said on the after party, he sold it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure he got a pretty penny for that. Because listen, I mean, it's legal here in town, has been for many, many years. And I don't do that at all. But I literally around the same time I found a solar salon, and then because they had built, it's like a solar salon, and then there's like Google just built like a IT center not too far from me. Next to the Google, there's this indescript building. And one day I was like, what is that building next to Google? I was being nosy. Why do they bring the cannabis in there to process? I said, oh my goodness.
You see that green plus, then you already know what it is.
I didn't know that though. That's what I'm saying. Just down the street. So you can go anywhere. So it's big business, depends on where you live.
It's a $1 billion business. They got them out here. Listen, during the pandemic, that was the one that was open. It's called the Flower Bowl. That, the liquor store, and the funeral homes. That's what was open out here. I mean, when I say they had lines down Michigan Avenue, they had lines down Michigan Avenue. Yes.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Pandemic.
Everywhere.
Pandemic. I know them owners was.
Man.
There wasn't nothing to do.
They have some drive-through ones here. They got a lot of drive-through ones.
What? Okay. Yeah.
I went in there. I was like, oh, dang. Or someone else.
I said, I can't wait till I come to Vegas. Just Lord, I'm gonna have to drive back.
I'm ready to visit you.
Listen, come on up to Michigan. I'll take you up to the Flower Bowl. You're gonna be like, oh. Like a fat kid love cake. Because I was in there like, I had my hood up because I didn't want nobody to see me.
That far from me.
Come on. Come through.
Anyways, Politics says, if you don't have roommates or your own place in your 30s, there better be a reason. Well, Paula, you know, Eris was living in roommates because that got Devontae riled up last week about the roommates.
But that's what I'm saying. See, I'm with Paula. I feel like if you go on the show to get married, you gotta have your own spot.
Your own spot. Yeah.
To get married, like if you was going to date, okay. But in your 40s, like I understand some people in school, but no, how you gonna get a wife and you live with this other person? Like
y'all sharing the rent.
Yeah,
you got your name on the milk.
You just can't. It's just like not I don't think that's cool. I just don't think that's cool. Like, well, you need privacy, especially when you get up in age. I'm not trying to come home and be, hey, you drunk all the rest of the juice? Like, come on.
Right. That's very true. Now let's flip it. Let's be more nostalgic for Shaq now. So R.I.P. to his grandmother.
Yes, definitely.
And everything. And I'm glad she was able to make the wedding. Now, do we think that one of the reasons that Kirsten is reaching out is because of the death of the grandma and she's, gave her condolences to the family? Do you think that maybe she feels like kind of like is a comfort keeper? Like, hey, let me go see Shaq, and maybe I do have feelings. Oh, maybe I could put these feelings to the side. You think maybe that played a role in it too, and vice versa?
Yeah, I think for him, I think he probably needed her. I
was reading the comment. Matt's always
well, I mean, but yeah, I think at this point he needed her, and I think now he's probably maybe rethinking his decision. Like, man, at this time I really could have used that person, and I got to go home alone.
Yeah, but I mean, we never know when our time is coming, so.
Right.
I just think that, again, instead of going to a life coach, perhaps you should have went to counseling. And if they are together or think about it, I think that's the direction maybe they need to go, is to like a couples counseling that's not hosted by Dr. Pepper.
To be the first stop.
Or Pastor Cal, someone else.
Mm-hmm. Don't go
Ayanla. They can go to Ayanla at this point.
Somebody.
Oh, I love that episode. Beloved, you can't play football, beloved. Get over it. Get over it.
Put your heart near the earth. Take it in. Be in it.
She's going to be like, beloved, you don't even have a nightstand, but want her to buy a $2 million mansion? See?
Right. Or did you all ever watch Family or Fiance? Did you ever watch that show?
Yes, that was a good one too.
They could be on that show.
With Tracy. Yep, I like her.
Her family would have to show up, though, in order for it to work.
Well, yes. The blue. There goes the show for Kirsten. My dad didn't want to be on TV.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like that's the show her and Shaq should have been on.
Family and Fiance?
Each other. Yeah, that'd have made more sense to this show. This just these was a bunch of people that got bored. I don't understand why these people get so bored. Like you keep getting bad relationship after bad relationship, and then you just be like, oh, I know what'll fix it. Get married at first sight.
Yeah, that's what they think.
To some experts that told you a rom-com was driving Miss Daisy. Like
that will go down to Married at First Sight history.
I don't let me catch you on the live. Be like, Dr. Pepper. Speaking for all the black folks.
Why did you say? Exactly.
Like you need to rewatch that movie in slow motion.
You probably won't see anything wrong with it though. Sometimes people of a particular genre, generation don't see things wrong with certain things. And that might be why she said that, because she don't see what could be wrong with that comment. But anyway, Sharon said Kirsten did what was right in the situation. So anyways,
you think natural? I don't think she was a monster. His grandpa died. His grandma looked like a sweet old lady. Yes. Oh, Miss Jones.
No, but I'm saying, is it what made her heart grow fonder? To reach out to him and he feels maybe a connection with her too, So
I think that was her excuse, because she wasn't gonna do it because of her pride. because she was hurt.
She's still hurt.
She's still hurt.
Right.
That she didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was just her excuse to talk to him because she really wanted to talk to him, but she just had too much pride. Her pride wouldn't let her say, "Look, you hurt my feelings. I really thought we was at least gonna get us a good shot after decision day. I didn't think our problems was that bad. And for you to dump me on TV without no warning, even Eris warned Jasmine, and he didn't even care for her at all.
Right.
You could at least warn me so I could at least play it off so I ain't embarrass myself. Now I look a fool."
On the after party, Eris and Clint said that, you know, the show before they talked, when the groups men and women met, he said that when the guys met, Eris said after that meeting, they figured out that Shaq was going to say no. So they knew it then, just by the things he was saying, he was going to say no.
Wow.
So, but anyway.
Because he ain't never satisfied. That's why he gonna be single for life. He gonna just stack all them degrees, and he gonna have to go ahead and sew them together. Throw a wig on top.
Paula says, "I want to know how Kirsten found out about Shaq's grandma." I'm not sure.
Oh, she tell everything else.
Probably Facebook.
Or Facebook, yeah.
She's
following her.
Oh, Nicole, you right. Nicole tell everything. Like, Kirsten, I don't know if you know, and I know.
Yep.
But Grandma Patty went up yonder.
She went on to glory.
Nicole so inappropriate. But next week, we're going to wrap it up. Next week is when that infamous kiss happens. It looks like they're in a group setting for one last time going out. And I saw in the back that Eris and Jasmine were standing together. It looked like Eris had his arm wrapped around her waist, kind of.
Boy, if you don't get off a man, boys, girl.
It must have been a lot of shots going on. That's what I think. Everybody was getting drunk, getting too loose. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Unless she desperate. You know, I don't know. You know, she talk all that. I'm a bad. Yeah. All right.
Who we didn't see there, at least I didn't in the clip, was Shaq and Kirsten. But they must have played since they were doing that axe throwing, maybe they did like a dare or something. Because what is the point?
Yeah, that's probably truth or dare.
Gotta be a dare.
You know, but when we did see them in the scene, they were sitting on the beach and saying, you know, where we're going to go from here. So maybe that's the cliffhanger we're going to get until reunion pops up.
Or they was sitting there vibing, and Nicole was like, "You guys ever thought about dating?"
I'm so sick of Nicole.
Right.
Seriously.
But I told y'all her Chris was gonna work. I told y'all they gonna work. I said he crazy enough. He got enough patience to deal with it.
I didn't see it coming, but I guess so. So
we'll see.
Anyways, any final comments until next week to see what's really going to happen with the kids? Who says a dare?
It's a dare.
It's a dare. Clearly.
Yeah.
You don't think it's just like
No.
Okay.
No.
Clint is out there like that. Clint is out there. He might do something just random.
Oh, he gonna dare. He got dared to do it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even no spark at the park. It was awkward. It was weird. How you go from there to making out? Unless y'all just big, nah. And she was just talking to him about Gil the whole time. So it's no way.
And he was trying to hook her up with, help her.
Yeah, he was.
So yes, a dare.
Devontae, you see the comment?
Yeah.
Impersonations.
I'll tell you.
Sharon says a dare. Truth or dare? Yeah, a dare. Okay, yeah. We'll see. Like I said, after next week, we'll have a break for a week after that, and because we need one, because 22 episodes.
Right. I'm writing the email to Lifetime. Fire all. Fire none of them experts. You fill Devon in for Pastor Cal and make sure they are there every other episode.
I mean, what's the point of having 2 new experts if they're only there for an episode?
Yeah.
Right. It don't make no sense. Is it money? Is the money not in the budget? What is going on?
Right. Is this, you say it's 22 episodes? We're on 22?
Last night was 22, yes.
Okay, I'm about to go on Twitter and tweet them why are we in 22 episodes?
Well, like I said, by the time we're done, it's gonna be 27.
Yeah. Why do we have 27 episodes this season? It's too much.
And we still ain't seeing the experts. You see?
Right.
Exactly. And also next week is the final episode of After Party.
Oh, and you was right about that. You was right. It was Jamel Hill. When she popped on screen, I was like, wow.
Of all people.
So I think Keisha's going to be back next week. I'm not sure if it's Jamel. I think it might be Keisha. Because when she went out to hand over the reins to Jamel, she said she would be back on the last episode. So next episode is next week. So we'll see. And next week, it's going to be Eris again, Mckinley again, and Kirsten, I believe. So Eris, McKinley, and Kirsten. I'm like, why is McKinley on After Party for what?
Yeah, because he's trying to make up the money.
That money back.
Yeah.
Oh, ask your mama. Ask your mama. She tried to bail you out the first time, so get her to write you a check. So,
all right.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I will be back on Sunday for those of you who watch 90 Day Fiance. It's a new season, so I'll be back. For that.
Okay, I might start watching that because this.
Yeah, start watching it. We need to.
And it just started
on Sunday. A new one on Sunday.
Okay, I think I got a DVR. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, and we'll be live on Monday for that. Also, too, what was I gonna say? And they haven't said when the Senior Bachelor is. So when that comes on, I'm on it. Anybody heard about when that's coming out?
Probably the fall because Charity is coming on this month. Which is the black girl.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So all right. Well, enjoy your evening, and if you're watching basketball.
Yes, I'm waiting for the game.
Now. So, all right. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We are